Good morning, entrepreneurs. Welcome to show number 153. Happy Friday, August 14th, 2026. I am your host, Kim White, and I am joined today by the interview king himself, Adam Rothenberg. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Kim, or should I say good morning, Twinsy?
I know, we didn't even have a memo to dress in red, but there we go.
Yes. Well, that is because we are on fire this morning, Kim.
That's right.
And we are on so much fire this morning that we want to let you know that you are in the right place. If you are an entrepreneur or business owner, or you know someone who is, whether you are just starting out on your business adventure or you have been in it for years, GME is the show for you because you can get ideas of what is possible to do in your business, and it can also give you ways to up-level your business. So I think we should just kick things off right away by going to the land we love. Let's go to Entrepreneur Land.
Well, today's theme for the show, and we always do this in Entrepreneur Land, but today's theme is publishing. So before you run screaming, we have a little bit of a definition for you because you don't have to, publish volumes to be a real publisher. So hold on. Publishing is the act of taking something you've created and making it available to others. It's the moment you move a piece of work out of drafts and into the world, whether that's a post, a lesson, a video, an email, or an entire book. Publishing turns private ideas into public value. It invites feedback and creates real opportunities for impact and growth.
Well said, Kim. Publishing isn't, like you said, publishing isn't only writing a book and releasing it into the world. It's also writing and publishing a blog post, a social media post, or it's even publishing a comment on someone else's social media.
Well, another example is this show. We publish this live stream on Fridays and include the transparency of the GME Chronicles. So I confess, I can worry a little about being judged for sharing all we do. But this is the thing, y'all. I believe if we show up as living examples of doing business differently, others can see what's possible for them. So I love the Chronicles. Let's head over to the GME Chronicles.
Thank you, Kim and team. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GME Chronicles. My name is Jill Olish, and I've got your community updates. The GME Chronicles is our space to celebrate how we're moving the needle in our businesses. We share these numbers out loud, not to show off, but to show it's possible when we build and grow together. To catch you up, here's what's been happening around the community. Our leaders and creators have been hosting classes, workshops, and gatherings that keep us moving forward in life and business. Take a look at some of the events and activities from this week. Inside My Sexy Business, the community has been buzzing with masterminds, live sessions, and special gatherings to support you as you build a business you actually want to own. Here are a few of the highlights from this week in the My Sexy Business community. On the content front, we saw new releases from our writers and creators, adding more stories, strategies, and support for you to plug into throughout the week. On the live stream front, our community has been showing up with live shows, special events, and new clips, including broadcasts from My Sexy Business on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to the My Sexy Business YouTube channel so you're never missing an upcoming show or new clips. On the podcast side, head to your favorite podcatcher to listen in to these shows hosted by podcasters from the community. You can connect with all of the roving reporters through the GME directory. Just head to mySexyBusiness.com/GME and look for the big red button. Check out our amazing total from this week and grand total, all done collectively by this community in just 4 years and counting. We look forward to sharing even more updates next week. But if you're ready to join in on the fun around here, we invite you to join us at these events, activities, and inside the My Sexy Business community. Back to you in the GME studio.
Cheers.
Oh my goodness, that is a huge number, Adam, for something that started a short time ago, really.
Yes. And we do just want to let everybody know that while that number is a collective number over 4 years, everybody who has contributed to that number started at 0. They started with an idea. They started with no episodes of a podcast, and then they published 1 episode. So we don't want anyone to feel intimidated by these numbers. We just hope that the Chronicles show you how you can celebrate your accomplishments and or your clients' wins and what they have accomplished.
I think that's very well said, Adam. And I have to say, one of the biggest accomplishments in my life is being found by my husband. How's that? We have a huge shout out today. He's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I'll just say that out loud. But his birthday is actually Sunday, the 16th. And I'm very excited to say we have a birthday video for him.
Something in the orange tells me we're not done. To you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I'm poisoning myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. Need to hear you say you've been waiting all night. There's orange dancing in your eyes from bulb light. Your voice only trembles when you try.
That is my favorite part of the video, is the last little bit of him laughing, because I love his laugh.
It is so great. And I love the picture of him dancing and riding the motorcycle or the motorbike. Oh my God.
He is very fun. He's an extrovert, if you can believe it, and I'm the introvert, so it's very funny. But he is wonderful. So happy birthday, sweetheart! I love you, and can't wait to celebrate Sunday.
Yay! Happy birthday, Troy! I hope you have a great day.
Well, I have somebody else wonderful in my life that has a birthday as well, and that is Adam Rothenberg. Adam's birthday is actually Wednesday, then August 19th. So we have a little video for him too.
Thank you.
It's a collection of some of my favorites of yours. So happy birthday, Adam. And we can't wait to celebrate with you either.
Thank you. I'm very excited for it. And I think before we go into our next part, Kim, we have something to tell everybody about the theme of the show this week in regards to publishing.
And what is that, Adam?
That you need to stay tuned till the end of the show because we have a very exciting surprise about publishing with just from within the community alone. And we don't want you to miss what we have to say and show about it.
Love it, Adam. Love it.
But I will say, speaking of birthdays, Kim, they are a great reminder that we need to either take better care of ourselves or continue to take good care of our bodies. In fact, Kim, did you know that publishing doesn't only relate to books, podcasts, and posts?
I do, but tell me more, Adam.
Well, I'm not going to tell you more about it. Let's find out what juicy things Kat has to say about this in her Health and Wellness for Entrepreneurs segment.
Thanks, Kim. You know, we usually think about publishing. It's all about books, posts, podcasts. Every day, your body is publishing your habits in real time. How you move, how you sleep, how you handle stress, all of it is a daily living publication of the choices you're making. Now, this is not about shame. This is about power. Because if you don't like what's being published right now, the fatigue, the joint pain, the brain fog, you are also the editor-in-chief, and you get revision rights. Publishing your health looks like this. You publish a walk instead of another hour at your desk. You publish hydration instead of 3 more cups of coffee. You publish a real bedtime instead of scrolling till midnight. Every small choice is a sentence in the story your body tells the world. So my invitation today is simple. Decide on what you want your body to publish about you this week. Strong, fluid, energized, yes please. Then choose one habit that matches that headline. Because you're not just publishing content, you're publishing a life. Let your health be your most powerful headline. Back to you in the GME studio.
First, Adam, I think I'm going to publish this every day and look at it. I think I need this reminder. But, you know, like Kat's saying, publishing is the habit that transforms private effort, the stuff that nobody sees, into public impact. So Kat can really help you with putting habits in place that once you publish them, not only will you start seeing results, but others do too.
100% Kim. And I love how Kat took the elements of publishing and related them to your body. This was a genius way to make you think differently about how you take care of yourself. In fact, my favorite part of the segment was when Kat said, you're publishing a life. Let your health be your most powerful headline. Because I resonate so much with what Kat had to say about waking up with either joint pain or other physical ailments. And that is not the story I want to be writing. I want to be writing a story of comfort and not waking up that way. So you can get more of Kat's brilliance when you sign up for her 11-minute Keep It Moving Fitness Challenge, because this is where she will show you how to start moving and what you can do in just 11 minutes a day, which is perfect for the busy entrepreneur or business owner who doesn't feel like they have time to work out. So you can sign up for Kat's next challenge on her website, smallspacepilates.com. And I think you will be amazed at what you can accomplish in 11 minutes, because I've taken Kat's challenge and I know I was.
Well, I love what she said about we get to be our own editor-in-chief. So here's you taking your power back. Show up for the challenge. Let Kat get you started, because once she gets you started, you don't want to stop. You like the results. I am her poster child is what I'm going to call it. I think she got me started, and I have enjoyed much more health ever since. So be your own editor-in-chief. That's exciting.
Yes. And speaking of 11 minutes, Kim, every Thursday, Kim and Denise share their brilliance about how you can have a more impactful website through Kajabi in Website Royalty Town Hall. Now, Website Royalty Town Hall is not 11 minutes, but it is time well spent that will make your website stand out even more. Kim, would you like to expand on this?
I would love to, Adam, because this is something that Denise and I both are very passionate about. We both have experienced the condescending way you can be treated when you don't understand something website-y, and that is not a cool feeling. And we want to make sure everybody knows that it is normal to ask questions. It is normal to not know everything. You don't know something until you learn it. So that is what we're there for. Right now, we're in the middle of what I think is a very powerful series called In a Weekend. So we're breaking down things that you literally can do in a couple days if you focus on it and tick it off your list. Be finished with a part of your website. You're never really finished with your website, let me say. but it helps to have those little, marks that you are making progress and not just wishing you were making progress.
I love that. And I love the series In a Weekend because it's like Friday, you could start something, by Monday, it's done, and you feel like you accomplished a lot.
Yes.
And Website Royalty Town Hall takes place every Thursday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the My Sexy Business YouTube channel at My Sexy Business Team. Or if you can't remember the name, wherever you're watching GME today, that's where you can watch Website Royalty Town Hall.
That's right. Another reason to subscribe to the channel, Adam.
Exactly, Kim. And Kim, how many times have you wanted to publish all the things at one time on your website?
Every time. Every single time.
Exactly. Well, let's find out what the findability queen herself, Denise Millay, has to say about this in her segment on helping entrepreneurs be findable online.
Thanks, Kim and team. Let's connect publishing and SEO. So many experts stall out because they want every article, video, or podcast episode to be perfect before it goes live. But in SEO, consistent publishing almost always beats perfect publishing. Here's why. Search engines learn who you are over time. When you publish regularly, even short, useful pieces, you're sending a clear signal that this site is active and helpful. So start by lowering the bar in a strategic way. Pick one main topic you want to be known for, then list 10 specific questions people ask about that topic, and commit to answering one question per week in a simple format, a short article, a video with a transcript, an audio clip with show notes. Include the exact question in your title or subheading so it matches what people type into search. Don't wait to have the ultimate guide. Think of each published piece as one stepping stone. Over a few months, you'll have a whole library of content instead of one draft sitting on your computer. Consistent publishing gets you data, practice, and momentum. Perfection can't do that inside your drafts folder. Back to you in the GME studio.
Love that.
Oh my gosh. I love the tips that Denise had to share, especially the ones about coming up with 10 questions and then answering one question at a time, because over a designated period of time, this way the spiders of SEO will get to know your site more. I thought that was just golden.
It is very much so, Adam. This is just one more reason why every time you publish, you give your business a new way to be found. And being the findability queen said so, we need to listen.
Yes, especially when you listen to her podcast, SEO Day, you can get even more tips on how to make your published content on your website more findable by listening and subscribing to Denise's podcast, SEO Day. And you should know that new episodes are published every Tuesday. And Denise answers your SEO questions. And the episodes are intentionally short, which allow you to digest Denise's golden nuggets and implement them as you're listening. You can listen to Denise's podcast on your favorite podcatcher. Make sure that you also subscribe to the podcast so you get the reminders of when new episodes are released. And don't forget, as Denise also always says, make Tuesday your SEO day.
That's right, because if you hear it and you don't implement it, you didn't do anything, y'all. Won't help you.
Exactly. You know, Kim, a lot of people are actually nervous to publish a blog post or book because they are worried that they're worried what the keyboard warriors might have to say about them or their product. Have you ever been nervous to publish something like a book or blog post?
I have. And, I learned the term keyboard warriors from Carrie Zarb. I had never heard that term, and she said it. And I thought that's exactly who I have held back. And they're not the ones I can help. So if you have a solution for someone and you're letting the keyboard warriors stop you, you're serving the wrong people. So I think that that's an important piece to think about. But yes, Adam, I have been nervous to publish things because I fear that judgment or that, it's not good enough. I fear all the same things everybody else does. So if you fear any of that, you're in the right place. I just have to say. But I am excited because our next segment is with Adam Rothenberg, the interview king himself. He interviewed Kathy Garver, who is an actress, and she had some pretty powerful things to say in this segment. So I hope Adam's conversation with her in his segment will ease some of those fears.
Thanks, Kim. It's Adam. And for today's Entrepreneurs in Entertainment segment, I wanted to spotlight my recent 2026 interview with actress, voiceover artist, and author Kathy Garver, who's known for playing Sissy in the hit 60s TV show Family Affair, and for being the voice of Firestar in the 1980s cartoon Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. In this clip, and on the heels of Kathy's new book, Romancing with the Stars, being released, I love the camaraderie Kathy and I had as we talked about the fears of publishing a book, especially your first one.
Now, my first book, I was a little hesitant.
The first book is always terrifying. I just published my first book in 2025, and it's still nerve-wracking even when I talk about it, because you always hope, I hope somebody's going to like it. I hope somebody's going to read it.
Yes,
So,
those thoughts come in all the time.
yes.
And I said, oh, really? Am I wasting my time writing this book, and who's going to buy it? And you have all those thoughts. It's just like you have to stick to it and never give up, as Winston Churchill would say.
I hope this clip helps ease some of the fears you might have of doing something in your business, like writing a book. Everyone gets nervous, but if you know it will help someone, it's worth publishing it. And that is today's Entrepreneurs in Entertainment segment. It's back to you in the GME studio.
It was a great interview, Adam.
Thank you, Kim. I love that Kathy also had those same thoughts about publishing a book with her fears. It just shows you that no matter what level of business you're at, everyone gets scared to publish something. But like I said, if you know it will help someone, it's worth publishing it.
Well, publishing invites feedback, which can be scary. Well, that feedback, we kind of fear that feedback sometimes, but real feedback helps accelerate your growth. It actually moves you forward faster. And I want to just give a quick shout out for the interview. Go check out the whole interview with Kathy Garver and Adam on callmeadam.com. I want to say that first, and then I want to talk about your book for a second, Adam, because it's pretty amazing to know what all you went through to see that in real life. It was a lot to put together. You've got a lot of memorabilia in there. You've got a lot of, stories. It is a great book. So you can find out all the feedback Adam got after many of his celebrity interviews in his book, Behind the Curtain, the mistakes, lessons learned, and triumphs Adam has had throughout the years. All of that gave him feedback as to how he needed to make adjustments to his interviewing, which has helped him become the interview king. Let me just say that. You can get Adam's book on Amazon or through his platform, callmeadam.com, and you could even get an autographed copy if you go through his platform. So I am excited, Adam, to see all of this in living color, because you put a lot of work and effort into this, and it turned out beautifully.
Thank you, Kim. I'm very proud of it.
Should be.
I am. Thank you. Similar to my segment about being nervous to publish something, Kim, how many times have you hesitated on publishing a video, blog post, or podcast episode?
Too many to count? Does that count for a number?
Yes, it does. It does. Well, I think we should see what Yvonne Marchese has to say about this in her Entrepreneurship Later in Life segment.
This is Yvonne Marchese, your resident age agitator, here to talk about later in life entrepreneurship. And I want to talk about something a lot of us might struggle with: actually publishing our work. We write the blog post and sit on it. We film the video and don't post it. We draft the email and let it live in a folder. Publishing is the moment when your idea stops being private and starts being useful. And for later in life entrepreneurs, this can feel especially scary. What if people judge it? What if it's not up to snuff? What if it's not perfect? At this point in our lives, we tend to think we're supposed to have it all figured out and look like we do. But here's what I know: the people that are making an impact, they aren't the ones who waited until it was perfect. They're the ones who kept showing up and kept getting better. You have decades of insight to share. Someone out there needs what you know. So whatever you've been sitting on, the post, the email, the offer, publish it this week. Go ahead. Done is better than perfect, and sharing is better than hiding. That's all for now. Back to you in the GME studio.
Oh my God, Kim. Yvonne is dropping all of the golden nuggets. I love what she's had to say about done being better than perfect, and the way she encouraged you to publish that post or that blog post or whatever it is this week. And she gave the little hand nudge. Go ahead. Oh my gosh.
Well, what Yvonne had to say in her video goes perfectly with hitting publish is how you trade perfection for impact. And I want to be impactful. Like, that is important to all of us around here. So if not hitting publish keeps you from being it, think of that you're putting up a place that no impact is being made.
That is very true, Kim. And you can get more golden nuggets when you listen and subscribe to Yvonne's podcast, Late Bloomer Living, where she has amazing conversations with entrepreneurs who are starting their journey later in life. Late Bloomer Living is available on your favorite podcatcher where you can listen to it.
Well, and it's an award-winning, binge-worthy podcast, I'll say. Like Yvonne said, publishing is better than hiding. I think that's an important point. Every publish button you press is a new chance for connection and sales, and I think Yvonne is a great example of that.
I agree, Kim. And I also think that's why everyone should listen to the latest episode of Buckets and Boom Gates, because you and Jill had a great conversation about publishing on BBG, which is short for Buckets and Boom Gates, with episode 126.
You know, we love doing the podcast together. It's so much fun, but we make a lot of confessions on here. So I think this is something that you want to stick around for Princess Speak at the end. We're going to be talking about one of the terms that we confessed on this episode. But until you publish, your best work is invisible to the people who need it. And I think that sums up like what you need to listen to this episode for.
Yes, and you can listen and subscribe to Buckets and Boom Gates on your favorite podcatcher.
I love it. Well, you're tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs, show 153, and today's theme is publishing. I think publishing is a great topic, but I want to talk just a second about our community, which is, the My Sexy Business community. It's a free space where you can hang out with other people that might be fighting those fears and might, be fighting the fears of doing something in their business, but they get it. And I think that's an important thing to think about. So we think of it as a home for entrepreneurs, and we want to put out a special invitation for you to come and be with us. We have lots going on in there, and the roving reporters can be found walking those halls. So come on over and join the community. The QR code is above, and you can go to mysexybusiness.com and get there that way too.
Oh my gosh.
So going back to publishing is how ideas stop living in your head and start living in the world. And I think that's a big difference, Adam. We were doing the agenda earlier and I was laughing. I said, well, in my head, it was in there. And sure enough, it was not out where everyone else on the crew could see it. It was just in my head. So that's a good example today that happened.
That is a great example of how you needed to publish your thoughts so we all would know about it.
Common around here, right?
It is very common, yes. I was just having that discussion with somebody else today who sent me an email and said something, and somebody else on the email didn't understand what she was talking about. And I knew what she was talking about, but I get it. We have to say everything that we're thinking.
Well, maybe not everything.
Yes. But if we want somebody to understand what we're saying. Yes. Well, moving right along to getting things out. Every week we get questions from viewers just like you. They stop having questions in their head and they publish it by sending it to us. This week's question of the week is, what if I'm afraid to put my book out into the world?
So common. Well, here's the thing y'all have to remember. Drafts are private. They are like hidden, they're secret, they're all those kind of things. Publishing is what turns them into public value. So publishing is when theory becomes something people can actually see and use and put into practice.
Yes, that is very true, Kim. Everyone is afraid to publish their book. I remember how nervous I was. I was worried, will anyone buy it? Will they want to read it? Oh, I forgot to write this or that. Everyone has fears before publishing their book. But if you never publish it, you won't help anyone. I love hearing how my book has made people feel, or seeing the comments when someone says they refer to my book often. If I never published my book, I would not be seeing something like that, those kinds of comments.
I kind of laugh. Well, Adam, I just want to interject. I kind of laugh because I know you well, and there are so many things I learned even more about you and about other celebrities in your book. So I find it funny that even if you think you know someone really well, there are things that you can learn by you publishing something and letting me see a different part of your world.
Yes, 100%. I think about all the people in our community who has published a book, and I have learned so much more about them.
Yes.
And I do wonder about something, Kim. Speaking of wanting to get to know you better, how many drafts do you have in your draft folder that you are holding back on publishing?
It's again that number, too many to count. Like, I think we all have that thing going on, that we have great ideas as entrepreneurs. I think most business owners and entrepreneurs have way too many ideas to even implement. So we put them in something and then we go, oh, maybe later. Like, it's a lot, Adam, lots.
Yes, it is. Well, I think we should dive into Jill Olish's segment and see what she has to say about this topic in her Mama Entrepreneur segment.
Thanks, Kim. Done is what makes it real. Ideas don't create impact. Publishing does. I know it can be so scary to go ahead and get what we have out into the public and the internet and for everybody to see. It feels so vulnerable. And it is so easy to stay in drafts, waiting for it to be perfect, for us to say the perfect thing, for us to look the perfect way, or for us to have the perfect background. Done creates clarity, feedback, and growth. So if we never put it out there, we're never going to get clear on what we need to do better. We're never going to get someone to help us grow better in what they can share with us that they understood about what we've put out there. And our growth doesn't come because it's just sitting in drafts. So when we're posting or recording or writing, we want to put it out there, even when it feels unfinished. So we can do that. So we can get the clarity. We can ask for feedback and we can change things and improve things for our growth. For me, it is becoming a real test to go ahead and put myself out there because our work becomes real the moment we are willing to share it. So I get that vulnerability and the scaries that come with it. Just go ahead and try publishing something from your drafts to start. Back to you in the GME studio.
I love this. A full drafts folder is potential, but a full published feed is proof. And I think Jill is living proof of this, that it was scary for her to publish her very vulnerable story about, having her first child and all the things. And we want to say out loud for the record, we miss her right now because she is on break for second baby. So that's exciting.
Oh, it's very exciting. And I love what Jill had to say about getting feedback from when you publish something and how that is what will help you grow instead of keeping that thing in draft mode, waiting for it to be perfect.
Perfect is not, perfect is overrated. Can we say that?
Yes, yes, we can. You can find out more about Jill, as Kim was just saying, about her very vulnerable journey with postpartum depression, anxiety, and rage by picking up a copy of her book. You can get it on Amazon or you can get it on her website, mamaoutspoken.com.
Jill really took a scary risk, is what I'm going to call it, to put this story out in the world. But she's already helping so many mamas that would never have known somebody as amazing looking as Jill, who doesn't show that she has, issues of any kind, to be able to share that story so other people can relate and say, I'm not the only one. So it's a great book for mamas.
100%. And I learned so much about Jill that I didn't know after reading it.
Yeah. And you all were close. That's what I'm saying. A book can bring so much information and clarity out into the world. It's just it's a very good thing.
It is. Kim, do you know one of the best parts about publishing a book?
Ooh, I know a lot of best parts, Adam. Which one are we talking?
Well, I'm not going to tell you what the best part of publishing a book is. We are going to see what Chief Givologist Donna Bender has to say about it in her Surprise and Delight marketing segment.
Thanks, Kim. This is Donna Bender coming to you today as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment is on publishing. What surprised me most about publishing a book was the clarity I received. My messaging never changed. Everything I talked about for years was the same, but how I shared my message became clearer. And after 40 plus years in marketing and branding, believe me, I had a lot to say. It all just came pouring out of me about marketing and strategy, branded merch and corporate gifts. Everybody's selling the same stuff from the same vendors and catalogs. But to me, it was never about the product. It's about strategy and building relationships by surprising and delighting our clients and employees, saying thank you and showing appreciation. And when Kim voluntold me to write The Art of Giveology, I finally found the words for why I wasn't just a promo products person. I was a givologist, same business, completely different positioning. Writing the book helped me share my 21 years in this part of my industry and the successes, the failures, because failures are the greatest teachers. so I could give the next person a shortcut to their own success. Back to you at the GME studio.
Oh my God, Kim, I love how Donna got more clarity for herself from writing the book, which then in turn allowed her to provide even more value for the reader.
It's very, very impressive what she has taken and narrowed down, because she knows so much, and she narrowed it down into something very useful. And if she hadn't pushed publish at them, we wouldn't have had the opportunity to have all of that amazing, information. So publishing is the moment your work stops hiding and starts helping. It helps the reader and can help you as the author get more clarity, like Donna said, about how you want to deliver your message. So publishing turns someday content into today's opportunity. It's very exciting.
Yes, it is. And you can find, oh, were you about to say something?
No, I just want to
Okay.
make sure we talk about Donna's show coming up.
Yes, we are. Because you can find out more ways that Donna can help you increase your business by tuning into her quarterly show, The Big Show and Tell, where Donna shares secrets to making your clients feel valued, seen, and special. She just had her July show with lots of tips on how giving can make you stand out from your competition. So you want to make sure you go to her YouTube channel at Donna Bender Giving and check out July's show. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe so you get the reminder of her next show, which is going to be coming up in September. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get the reminder.
It's actually an extra show in the quarter. I'll just say that it's a special edition show. So it will be very good.
I can't wait for it. And Kim, there's something I have been wondering about the whole show that I've just been bursting to ask you. Have you ever learned something in one aspect of your life that you then applied to your business?
Yes. We're back to that number again. Too many times to count, Adam, but yes, absolutely yes.
Well, somebody else who has also learned something in one aspect of her life and applied it to her business is the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado. So let's see what she has to say about this in her Military Minute segment, which is sponsored by her podcast, Sisters in Service.
Kat, when you first started your business, what felt most similar to your military experience and what felt completely different?
The thing that felt the same is that there's a system and a way to do things. And that was very familiar to me. What was unfamiliar was learning all those systems. But I did. I knew I would learn it. It just took a little bit of time.
You are a lifelong learner, as you say, and I love to see you learn. What was your favorite thing to learn?
I probably learning more about website stuff, about how to change things on my own. I'm not quite there yet. I'm still a toddler, but it's been an awesome experience and just learning all of the things that are necessary to be an entrepreneur.
Thank you, Kat.
Mm-hmm.
She's so brilliant.
So brilliant. I love what Kat had to say about applying the framework about systems she learned in the military to learning how to work the systems of her business, especially the part where she talked about how she publishes things on her website while she's still learning how to do it. Kat's not waiting until she's an expert web designer to publish things on her website. She is learning as she goes. And I think that is great because, as we said earlier in the show, Kat's letting all of the spiders know that she is publishing new content and they want to keep coming back to her site for more.
And her numbers are growing. So that is another thing I must say out loud is it's working. It is working. So similar to what Kat just had to say in her Military Minute segment about learning something in one part of your life and applying it to another is similar to publishing because publishing is the bridge between your creativity and your cash flow. I hope you all heard that loud and clear. Creativity to your cash flow.
Oh, I heard you, Kim. And when you publish your ideas, it can bring clients and customers your way. One way to bring out your ideas is by talking about them with your community. And we do this on a monthly basis through our Community Conversations Roundtable.
The roundtable is so good because anyone that's in the My Sexy Business community has a seat at the table. Everyone can come in and join the conversation. It's not come and watch us. It's come talk with us. Like, let's have a conversation and really hear what your opinion is too. I learn something every time. I'll just say every roundtable I learn something. So I think it's a pretty sexy space.
It is, Kim. And the next Community Conversations Roundtable is going to be taking place on Friday, August 28th at 8 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be hosted, oh my God, by me. And the conversation, we are going to begin by talking about capacity. So it should be a fun time.
It always is a fun time. And let me just say this, the roundtable is led by different community leaders. So it's not just me. I'll just say that. It's the, we all have turns kind of. And it brings different perspectives. So I love it.
I love it. It's so good. Another place that we have great conversations is in Princess Speak, which we are going to go to right now. And before we do, I just want to let you know that Princess Speak is sponsored by the My Sexy Business team and community. So let's get going.
Welcome to Princess Speak, where we translate what the heck does that mean into, oh, I've got this, for entrepreneurs and business owners on the daily. Today's phrase is ugly baby syndrome. This is the feeling that the book or project you created and shared with the world is flawed, unlovable, or unwanted. Like you've just shown everyone your ugly baby. Instead of seeing your work as a meaningful step in your growth, you feel exposed, embarrassed, and convinced that people are judging or rejecting it and you. It's a mix of vulnerability, shame, and fear of failure that makes you want to hide the book or project, deny it, or distance yourself from it, even though creating and publishing it was a real achievement. Do you think your baby, aka book or project, is ugly? I am Kim White, and this was Princess Speak, turning into handled. Keep your words simple, your message clear, and build that business like you mean it. This is one of my favorite phrases for Princess Speak. Ugly baby syndrome was born from so many people catching me as I was coming off stage somewhere, and they would say, please read my book. And then they would confess that they didn't think it was very good. And they were so worried I would say it was a bad book, or they were so worried I would say something bad about it. I realized when you put your effort into something and you birth that thing into the world when you publish it, it does feel like your baby. And you have to remember your baby's not ugly. It may need some, bows or, bow ties, but it's not the ugly because your effort is there. So I love this phrase, not because of what it means, but because of the hope we can change how someone feels about it. Ugly baby syndrome is curable, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Adam?
I wholeheartedly agree with you. I certainly feel like sometimes I do have ugly baby syndrome, especially if I publish something on social media and either nobody likes it or not many people like it, I think, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? Why didn't anybody interact with this? And then I just realized, just because somebody doesn't hit the like button doesn't mean that they didn't see it or it didn't impact them. Some people are just scrollers and they don't interact that way. So I feel like it happens to all of us in different areas of our business.
And that's from somebody who has way more than 4 million visitors to their entertainment platform. So let me just qualify that. So great example, Adam. Denise, what say you?
I'm going to say that, ugly baby syndrome isn't a black or white equation or decision, right? We think we're publishing something and everybody's going to look at it the same way. We forget that there is a plethora of ideas and minds out there, and there are always going to be some that don't get it, and there are always going to be some that do, and there are going to be some that are kind and some that aren't. And we forget that in the moment because we're so protective and we want to put a shield up, and it's just a natural thing, but we just have to remind ourselves that there's the whole world out there, and there's got to be a slice of it that agrees with you or feels the same way you do. So just take the leap.
Great ad, Denise. Kat.
I had to giggle when I first heard this. I was like, oh my God. I've had so many ugly baby things. I think the first time that you publish something and you just learned how to do it, and then you look at it and you're just like, oh. But then you get better and then you publish something else. And then you go, oh, and then you start getting interaction. So I think as you learn, as you're getting better, as you up level, then you realize, your ugly baby syndrome or your ugly, whatever that is for you, is growing up to be a beautiful little toddler, And so I tend to think of it as that first time of doing anything, you think it's ugly, and then you start to get better, and then it feels like more you, and it feels more like it's not so much an ugly baby anymore.
I love that, Kat. Well, when we publish something, in particular a book, but anything, we have to remember what the intention is. Is this a marketing tool for you? Is this you think the only way you succeed at a book is if you become a, million copy seller? I have done very well without having that million copy sales by getting clients or by helping groups of people who have the same question, or like there's so many ways to win at publishing. So please, if you have published anything, don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself grace. Take the cure for the syndrome and realize that, like Kat said, your baby's going to grow. You learn something the first time and the second time and the 100th time. You can learn something every time.
Well said, Kim.
Well said by all of you.
All of us. Yes. Yes. Kim, do you have a sexy challenge for us this week?
I do, Adam.
Oh, wait. I just remembered something, Kim. Before we go into the sexy challenge, we told everybody at the beginning of the show that during Princess Speak, we would have something to show everybody during Princess Speak.
We forgot, Adam.
Yes, we did.
What are we sharing, Adam?
We are sharing that everybody here in the community has had a book published. Mm-hmm. So we can share with everybody. I can't hold so many books at one time. So
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
So all of these books represent a lot of hard work. Let me say that. And we don't have a way to hold up Kat's per se, because Kat's is still in the video form of her book. I think that that's another exciting, like, revolutionary way of doing something. I'm not a writer. Kat said she's not a writer. She's a good writer, y'all, but she is a talker like I am. That makes it easier to publish something because you can talk something out instead of just struggling to do English class, is what I'm going to call it. There's a lot of ways to publish things. So I am very excited that all of those books you held up represent a human who has done the birthing of a baby, has done the birthing of a book, and now it's out in the world helping people. So that to me is very powerful. And thank you for reminding me, Adam, because I was just blazing on.
No problem. So now, Kim, do you have a sexy challenge for us this week?
I still do, Adam. Well, before we wrap up GME today, I've got a simple challenge for you. Today's challenge is about publishing. Shocker. It's about publishing. Publishing is the moment you move something from drafts into the world. It's when your private ideas become public value. Right now, you're going to choose one thing to publish today. Listen at me being bossy. You're going to do this. If you want to be a powerhouse, this is something you need to do. Change it from not someday, but to today. Think of one piece that is sitting in draft mode, a post, an email, a lesson, a video, even a messy note that could become something small. Pick one, not the perfect one, the easy one. Always go for the easy one the first time. Now answer this in your head. What is the simplest version of this, whatever that is, that I can publish today? Maybe it's a short post instead of a long one, a quick email instead of a full sequence. I appreciate quick emails that say, hey, I was just thinking about you. A rough video instead of a polished, edited one. Decide your one thing and decide your simple version. Now lock it in, y'all. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Today I publish, and then name the thing and the place. For example, today I published a simple post on Instagram. Today I published a short email to my list. Remember, drafts do not grow your business. Publish things do. So we are so glad you're on this adventure with us. Subscribe to the channel, follow us wherever you're watching so that you don't miss out. We're here every week on Fridays, and we'll see you in the next GME. Love y'all.
Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central. This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.